2 years ago, we received through our door these plans that were detailing how For Ashes Limited wanted to basically get rid of all the green space in Gailey, Crateford, For Ashes, the surrounding area, and make warehouses. They were saying that they were going to build a freight hub, and it was a strategic rail freight. So basically they're using the idea of putting freight onto the rail tracks to, well, as an excuse really, to get rid of all the green belt. Because it sounds like a good idea when you think about, putting freight onto the rails. But actually, when we received these proposals, we were obviously kind of confused, angry, upset. We've been researching this for 2 years now, and I can honestly say our life hasn't been the same for 2 years, because every day, every night, we eat, sleep, breathe this, because really what they're trying to do is get rid of our home, where we live, the place we love. We're not just going to lie down and say, okay, take these green fields. Somebody needs to fight for them, and so I guess the job's been put in our hands. I'm doing it really because since this has happened, I've had 2 children, and it really, really upsets me to think that their world won't be like the world I've kind of grown up in. I mean, I'm only 27 myself now, so I'm looking towards like the future, and I'm thinking, all this green belt that they want to cover up, it's like, what's the world going to be like in 50 years? Are we going to have any green spaces? Is the air even going to be fresh in this country? I'm not sure.
So Chloe, give us a sense of the scale of the proposed development here.
Okay, so if you looked across these fields and imagine 30 double-decker buses stacked on top of the other, that's basically what this would look like. It's about the size of the NEC, so like that whole site, maybe a bit bigger than that, I'd have to check that, but it's absolutely colossal. It will eradicate Gailey, that this will not be the area we, are used to. It's going to be absolutely massive. It will affect everybody in the direct vicinity, so everybody in Penkridge, Brewood, Coven, Weaknaston, all these sorts of areas, Calf Heath. Sorry, I'm missing them out because there are that many. And then it will go on to affect people in Stafford, Cannock, because when you start to put more traffic on roads that aren't meant to cope with that amount of traffic, you start to see a build-up. We already see it when the M6 is blocked, nobody can move. So that backs up as far as Stafford, and then you get the effects in Stoke even further. So this is going to affect a heck of a lot of people. They've said to us that really, because I went to the Brewood consultation and I asked one of the ladies, I said, I'm concerned about the environmental factors around here, our air quality, things like this. And she said to me that, well, yes, it will have a detrimental effect to this area, but that's kind of a sacrifice to make for the good of the whole country, which really upset me, because I thought, you're trying to hide this under the guise of it being good for the rest of the country. Well, does our children's health not matter? Is that, it's going to affect a lot of people, and it is really, really upsetting.
What have you done about it so far?
Well, we've had radio interviews, we've had BBC West Midlands out. We've tried to make as much noise as we can, because we just want people to understand that this is our only hope, people power, against fighting this. We need them to understand that unless you stand up and have your voice and make it heard, they do just do what they want, these big developers, because they can. They've got money, but we've got a voice.